Hi, this is Rose from Ohana Abode, and thank you again for visiting my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it now. Just click the red button and the notification bell so you see more uploads coming from me. Now at this time, I am going to do a summarize for all the places that we have been for the last 3 years, from 2017 to 2019. Now you may wonder why I started this blog. I'm not even a social media fanatic at all. Well, we'll talk about that in the next video. Anyway, 2017. 2017 was a tragedy day for me and my family. I honestly thought believing mankind was the best resolution. Haha. Because my faith got a little shaken, so very dramatic. However, thanks to God, my mom, my kids, and my faith, it helps me to realize the true colors of the people surrounds me. God still loves me, and I'm proud to say I am proud to be raised by a Proverbs 31 woman. Yoo-hoo! That's my mom.
Woohoo!
And I miss my mom right now. I wish she's here with me. So, for those who have hurt me and my family, I still wish you happiness, like I always say. However, what God plans for you is beyond me. All the pain, sorrow, and suffering that you inflicted on me and my family, I forgive you. Just as Romans chapter 12 verse 19 says, "Do not take revenge, but leave room for God's wrath, because it is written, 'Vengeance is mine,' God said." Though I do not believe in karma at all, but I believe what you reap is what you sow. Because the Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 says, God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. So, just like in Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15 says, the day of God is near for all nations. As you have done, it will be done to your own deeds, will return upon your own head. With that being said, I put my faith to God and His words. And again, I forgive you and I still wish you happiness. Without further ado, let's start the summary of 2017. I remember the April 2nd of that year. It was a last day minute travel going to New Jersey to attend the circuit assembly with my mom and my kids. It was a very comforting day and very relaxing moment. The circuit assembly location was in Stanley Theater in New Jersey. And we had Jollibee. Yep, we had Jollibee. And kids loves the chicken and gravy. And of course, I love the Jolly Hot Dog. April 11 was a tragic day for me, where everything I thought was perfectly well, or so I thought. And on April 12 was the day of the comeback, I would say. On April 15, we did our very first travel going to the indoor pool. Kids can get enough out of it. They love it. Also me, I love it too. April 29, my husband's friend came to visit us, so we went to the National Air and Space Museum. So wonderful to be surrounded by the icons of the air and space travel, exhibiting aircrafts, missiles, rockets, and other flight-related artifacts. And on May 11th was the day of our baby girl's first year. So the family went to Ocean City to have a quick getaway. On May 15, my husband gave me my very first earring. Yes, He don't give me much, so it's a treasure for me. Also, my boys gave me a gift that they have made from school. So lovely. On May 20, we went to our first visit to the beach in Bay Bridge. It was very windy, but still beautiful. On May 21, we went to downtown DC to visit all the tourist spots. And we did a lot of walking. Yes, a whole lot of walking. On May 27 to 29, we did our very first camping with my brother and his kids. It was their first time, so imagine all the fun they had. On June 10, we went back to Bay Bridge for the second time, but this time with my brother and his kids. It was a beautiful day. On June 16 to 18, we did our second camping, but this time just me, my husband, and our kids. And we went to Shinkunte. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it spells Chincoteague. The journey we had there was very amazing. We got to catch a crab by hand, fishing, riding bikes, and a whole lot more. I don't normally wait for any occasions to give gifts and cards. I just do it. On June 25, we went hiking, going to Kilgore Falls. That falls was beautiful. But just going on the trails to that falls was very amazing. On July 1st, we went to our very first 4th of July that we attended. It was very colorful. On July 2nd, we went hiking again and trailing, walking to Cunningham Falls. It was very beautiful. On July 3rd, we visited a close friend from my husband's hometown in Morambatan in New Jersey. They were very hospitable, they are very lovely, very generous, and very nice people. I miss them. On July 14 to 16, this family went to North Carolina Outer Banks to see historical places and tourist spots and another camping, and it was our third camping of that year. The first beautiful historical park that we went to see was the Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright, or Wright brothers. They were two American aviation pioneers who invented, building, and flying the first successful airplane. Back a checklist? Check! July 14 was also the day that we checked in to our campsite, the Camp Hatteras National Seashore. And yes, it was next to the beach. Our very first camping by the beach. On July 15, we didn't do much because it was raining. It rained after we had our breakfast by the beach and swimming in the pool campsite. So we pretty much just went out at night to do some arcade games. July 16 was the day that we have to check out from the Camp Hatteras National Seashore to go to Outer Banks to see the natural dunes of Kill Devil Hills. Back a checklist? Check! That place was amazingly beautiful, and the farthest you can see was sand. Everything was sand. It feels like I was in Dubai. July 23, we took my brother and his kids for the first time to see the Luray Caverns. Luray Caverns was the largest caverns in the eastern United States, adorned with stalactites and stalagmites. So, it was very beautiful, very wonderful place to see. Bucket checklist, check. When I lost my job, I got to know my children well. Their feelings, their wants, and pretty much we have a nice bonding together. On August 4 to August 5, we went to our very first Magic Kingdom in Florida. Yay! The place was awesome and very magical. We got to see the music parades and the Disney characters. Bucket checklist, check! On September 2nd, before the school starts, we did a house camping because kids wanted to do some fun, so we decided to have some camping inside our house. On September 5th was the day of the first day of school. Our boys were not ready at all. Just a little overview. When I lost my job in October 2016, I've been more active in my boys' school curricular and activities. I got to see them, how they were doing at school, and got to attend and be part of school activities. Because I became a stay-at-home mom. It was not an easy job because it's 24/7 and 365 days. No privacy at all. No pay and no time off. Not even breaks. But what can we do? That's life. Yet, being a stay-at-home mom, it was not an easy job. It was a tough job. Also, it was harder because you were pregnant with your third child, with 2 students and a family, and a whole lot more. On October 14, my husband's friend and his family came to visit us and we went to Climb Zone. Yes, it was the very first time to go to Climb Zone. It was very beautiful and there's a lot of people trying to climb up the walls and not just kids. And I tried it myself too. I had fun and the kids had fun. It was a wonderful day. Climb Zone was an indoor climbing experience, recommended for all ages. November 25th was the very first day that we started to decorate the Christmas tree. We had a visitor coming on Christmas Day. I myself do not celebrate Christmas on holidays or birthdays, but they do. So I just have to respect that. And also, my kids knows the meaning of it. My heart was heavy, and living in a divided family and trying to make peace in the family, it was a tremendously hard. God knows my heart. That's all that matters. And that's the sum of 2017 journey with Ohana Abode. Despite of that year was a tragic day for me and my family, and despite of all the sadness along the way, it was still a beautiful year because we got to travel together, we got to see different places together, and we had fun together. Alrighty, the next video, or I would say, let's tune in for the next video for 2018 and 2019. At this time, I will end this vlog and see you to our next vlog. Bye-bye for now.